Okay, let's take a look at the stock market. These are the S&P 500 futures. We're going to look at the weekly, the daily, and I'm not even sure there's a trade of the day because it was such a small range day, but we'll take a look and see if there was a trade of the day. I didn't trade today because the range was absolutely pathetic. The new week is right here, and since it's the first day of the week, you can see the range. The weekly and the daily would be the same. It was only 24. That is extremely small candlestick so far for this week. Looking down here at the Stochastic Momentum Index, yeah, divergence is just going nuts here. It's been doing that for quite a while. And the MACD is also nuts, 144, extremely elevated. I mean, this thing is just setting up for a huge pullback. You know, it could still blast off and get up into this area. Like I said, that's always possible. Get up into this area between 46.31 and 48.08. That could still happen. And if it does happen, we'll look at that on the daily. But everything here is just telling me that there's going to be a pullback. That these kind of numbers, they are sustainable, but we've only seen it once before. Like I said, back in 2021, it's the only time we've ever seen the MACD really higher than this. So we're way up in the nosebleed section here, and we're just going to see what happens here. I believe a pullback's going to happen. Whether or not we break up into this area first, or break out above this first, which is possible, or not, we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Let's take a look at the daily. So you can see the SMI has been tracking downward, lots of divergence going on, but price action has just been tracking sideways, right? It's just sitting in this zone right here between these two, 45.09 and 46.31, just tracking sideways. So even though the SMI says we're that momentum here, Stochastic Momentum Index is pulling back and going down, the price isn't. Eventually, I think it will, though. Now, the MACD on the daily at the moment is really not that high. I mean, I've seen it much higher than this before. You know, over here it's at 74, but right now it's just kind of sitting there at 56, almost 57. Okay. And I was talking about could it break above this 46.31? Well, if it does, so this is the cycle I want us to pay attention to, is this yellow one. August 21st is kind of, that cycle seems to be the most reliable one. And the price would decline down into August 21st, approximately somewhere in this area, this time frame. Okay, so if it does get above 46.31, it would, based on what I'm seeing here for price action, it would happen really late, like the week before that, okay? So it might track sideways and break out right above it really high and then do the pullback. That's very common. See how it did it right here? It got above this resistance of 4327 way back here, took off for a few days and then pulled back. So if we do get up above in this area, I think it'll happen late. It'll happen like the week before somewhere like the middle of August or the third week of August, just before that time frame, I could see it, blasting off and getting up into this area and then pulling back. Okay, that's one scenario that is actually common. The other scenario is this just stays in this box and eventually just fades down and starts coming down. Okay, but the market's been, pretty strong, right? Overall, the market just continues to go up. Go all the way back here from March. You never really see a pullback here. You just see these little dinky dips, and it just keeps on going. So the market continues to be strong. You gotta respect that until the market says otherwise, right? So that's kind of my take on the weekly and daily. What I think the two scenarios that could happen. Okay, let's see. Is there a trade of the day? Okay, so this time we're going to look at the 15-minute chart because this is really where the trade of the day happened. Now, it actually happened overnight. We're talking about futures, but I'll show another one here early in the AM. There is one or two trades of the day on the 5-minute chart, but today was so choppy. Like I said, it was only a range of 24 today. So to me, I didn't trade the S&P 500 today because copper had such great opportunities. I didn't waste my time with that little choppy nonsense in the S&P 500. But here was, if you really want to look at the trade of the day, it was in the S&P 500 futures. It was last night about 9:45. Right there. Started curling up. That was the trade. Really nice Continue on, yet another entry here. Super nice. Overnight was pretty nice here. That really was the trade of the day. The rest of this day was just garbage. Just garbage, chopping all over the place. Really, just not a very tradable day. I didn't waste my time, like I said, with the S&P 500 today. This is the only decent trade of the day was overnight session to get an entry on way down here. Copper was just so profitable today. It was a huge moneymaker, and I talked about that last week. If you didn't watch, I think it was Thursday and Friday last week, or Wednesday and Thursday last week, I talked about copper. And I said there was going to be a trade. And Sunday night was a big move. It pulled back, and then today, Monday, it took off again. Huge. And I think there's more in copper probably. I'm not going to show that right now. I'm going to kind of reserve that for the members. But that's the trade of the day right there. The best one, I think, in a very small 24 range day, super choppy day. Overnight seemed to be the best place. There were some couple little opportunities in the 5-minute chart, but they really weren't that great. All right. If you want to join the membership, you want to participate and take advantage of all the membership services on the Discord server, click the link in the first comment section of the video and come and join the Discord server. That's where all the membership takes place. There's a nightly email that goes out. There's streaming charts like this one, the 5 to 15 minute and the 1 hour. Just make sure you read that comment really well if you're going to join, because there's some things you got to do to make sure that joining the membership goes smoothly for you. All right, happy trading, everybody. Hope everybody had a great weekend. We'll talk to you all real soon again next time.